What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 4-0, back on a brand new WWE Champions video. Now, I don't aim to hold y'all for long, but this isn't going to be a short, sweet, and brief video that's right to the point either. But we are here today to do a overall MLC review for October 2020's Zombie Apocalypse month-long contest. Now, right out of the gate, we had two brand new champions introduced with our MLC free-to-play unit and modern era technician Zombie Jeff Hardy, the decomposing enigma, and our chase champion for the month, modern era striker Triple H Skull King. So we had two brand new units introduced. Now, when it came to Zombie Jeff, very well-rounded unit, hands down. Even after the conclusion of this MLC, he is a beast mode unit. He's a definite go-to guy, especially if you're just getting into the game. Highly cyclable, can deal some bleed damage too. You can make that bleed stack real quick with perks involved. Solid unit overall. And then when it comes to Zombie Triple H, hands down, one of the best units in the game up to date. His coaching ability is going to be immaculate, reducing purple MP. Then on top of it, low charge moves for a striker, hits hard, and is absolutely dominant in all the gameplay that I've seen of him. So kudos to everybody who was able to get Zombie Jeff all the way up to 4-star gold, maybe even 5-star bronze, depending on where you're at. And kudos to everyone who was able to recruit and unlock Zombie Triple H. Solid units right out of the gate. Then we got a community update informing us about stipulation tours and marquee stipulation matches. This was definitely interesting, introducing a brand new game mode. But as soon as we got this community update, we found out that this update was going to be delayed. So a lot of people were ready. A lot of people were looking forward to this. And lo and behold, poof, Thanos snapped out of existence. However, there is going to be a brand new beta that has been made available for people to get a chance to participate with this stipulation tour. So first it was on, then it was off, and now as we ride out of October 2020's MLC, we find out that things are back on again for the stipulation tours. So those festivities will be quite exciting to see and partake in nonetheless. Now, we got our brand new superstar to enter the fray, the first of many, because you know how it is when it comes to October, when it comes to Halloween, when it comes to zombies. WWE champions and the good old folks over at Scopely just love to go all in one way or the other. And they gave us our very first showdown tournament grind where we had an opportunity to get the brand new Zombie Reigns. Now, this was definitely going to be interesting. This is my graveyard. Yes, it is. The big dog back from the dead. The greatest showboat that never was. He was so beast mode. He was so broken that they had to go back and nerf him. And no lie, even though they called it a nerf, he's still a solid champion. So congratulations to anybody who was able to pick him up throughout this month. He's definitely a champion to be sought after. You know, he doesn't even have gear, and he's broken. He's an absolute apex predator, and he definitely is quite different compared to his other showboat brothers and sisters. So definitely a cool look with this guy. A broken variation of Roman Reigns. The first ever point blank period, but he's in the game. Yes, they had a little fun with him because literally his gameplay when he first came out, everybody was like, yo, this guy's too broken. He's too broken. But we'll touch back down on my boy Z Reigns soon enough. But this was the very first showdown tournament of the MLC, and it was actually a very intriguing one to say the least. Showdown still got shat on. People still got shat on, but we had a brand new unit that was out to play, and some people were actually real lucky to get him. Nonetheless, he was the first new champion outside the chase and free-to-play unit that I mentioned earlier in Zombie Triple H and Zombie Jeff. Following that, we had feud action, and with this one, we brought in Zombie Daniel Bryan, the first ever original zombie character from Champions. And this is the guy with more name changes than I don't know what. Because first, he was Daniel Bryan, modern era powerhouse Daniel Bryan at that, the Rising Dragon. Then they changed him from the Rising Dragon to Hell No. And now they've settled on the Planet Zombie. I was at a loss. This guy's a pretty cool guy. Is he a top tier unit? No, he isn't, in my opinion, but he does have a solid coaching ability, helping out with moves that deal with health steals. So definitely a solid look for certain units in the game moving forward, especially when you look at all your zombies and how they're able to deal with taking away health. This is definitely someone that you want to be in your reservoir for niche matches. But nonetheless, even outside of niche matches, he's still going to benefit you if you have him equipped to any of your champions moving forward. But this came with a faction feud brawl. It was a slobber knocker, but people were able to overcome those obstacles and continue through the zombie chaos of the month. Following Daniel Bryan and Zombie Reigns, we got another original zombie, this time in modern era striker, Zaska, the Empress of Yesterday. Very fun unit. Power gems involved here, okay? You get that Sid skill played on her. She's going to be wreaking havoc with the amount of power gems that can be put up upon the board. Absolutely fun unit. I would literally say, like, is she a top tier unit? I would say yes, but for different reasons. I feel that she's just a very fun overall waifu that just spices things up when it comes to the undead waifu department. I mean, everybody's always showing love to Zombie Paige. Then you got Zombie Sasha and Zombie Charlotte. Now here we go with Zombie Asuka, here to play in a different way. And she's a striker, so of course she's going to be hitting harder than other classes. And with perks involved, she's going to be able to get her moves off a lot quicker and be able to spam them. So, very exciting when I got to see her. This was another showdown situation, and it was the resurrection of the Beth and Bailey contest. Pretty much, we were able to purchase different types of currency, basically to get chances. By using our coins, we could get shards for Asuka or Killian Dane, because Killian Dane played a pivotal role in this. You were trying to get shards to fuse up Killian Dane. You got points for that. You were trying to unlock the Zaska, and plus you had an opportunity of getting her at 4-star gold. If your faction fam all worked together and were on the same accord, you could have easily walked away with a guaranteed 4-star gold champion for free, depending on the scenario. But if everyone did their percentage, if everyone did their portion, everybody should have been able to walk away with her at 4-star gold. And who isn't taking that? Who is not taking an absolutely free unit? And trust me, a free 4-star gold Zaska or Beth Phoenix is far superior to a free 4-star gold Junkyard Dog if you weren't able to get the gear. But nonetheless, we had an undead waifu come to play with us after Zombie Reigns and Zombie Bryan came through and did what they did, eating brains galore. So, following that, this was another situation that was a first, a superstar trial for an absolutely free 5-star bronze modern era trickster, Zalister Black. Fade to Black. This was absolutely amazing. Because not only did you have a trial tour for him, where you walked away with solid resources, but if you basically put any coins into him, you got those reimbursed to you at the conclusion when everything was said and done. If you maxed him all the way out to the level of 210, then you were able to get those additional coins given back to you. They sent out 2 waves of shards so you could have enough to max out all of his moves. This was legit one of the best things going in the MLC of any form of content in Champions, because of the simple fact, whatever you put in, you got back. I pray that people were smart enough to use the duplicate shards for his moves and not their color TP. But not only did you get to use him in the trial tour, you were also able to use him through all facets of content throughout the MLC. This was a blessing in disguise for many, especially people who might be low when it comes to the tours that they've done. They literally could have just invested all their coins into ZELESH, cleared out all the road, cleared as much, got as high rank as they could in showdown tournaments, do as many blitzes as they could to help out their team and lose 0 health. This guy was a true monster and god of utility, from the bleed to the choose moves to the silence gems that are put on the board to getting the health. This dude could go and just literally go through the gauntlet, go through the ringer, and come out 100% unscathed, no problem, no issue. This was definitely a very good look. We got to try out a champion before even spending any disposable income on the champion. And this is a way. This is how you get people into your games. FGO, Fate Grand Order, has been doing this for the longest time, where you literally get a trial quest where you get the team up with the servant that is up to be utilized. You get to test them out, see what all their abilities are able to do, and then you can make the decision afterwards. Hey, do I feel like putting up disposable income for this one or that one? And then you went on to the next one. You were on your way. You were on about your business. But this was definitely a solid look. And I hope that we see more of these types of trials moving forward. Now, whether or not they continue to give us OP God tier units to utilize like this, who knows? But this was definitely a very good look. Considering everything that we've been dealing with, because when it comes to any MLC, Zombie Rain, Zombie Brian, Zaska, all these characters all had gotcha banners that went alongside them, so people were pulling. But this was the first time ever that we got to test run a character before their initial Mega Superstar loot, and everyone pretty much had good things to say about it. Now, everyone's going to change their ratings and rankings when it comes to, hey, who's the best overall trickster. But me personally, I do feel that he is one of the top contenders for the trickster class. And even when it comes to overall classes, he still has the opportunity of being a top shelf unit for all the right reasons. Not saying he's going to be the guy that obliterates everybody, but he's definitely someone that if you have him on your roster, he's going to benefit you more than hinder you. So Superstar Trial was certainly a good look. Then we had the Flesh Feuds, another opportunity to pick up shards of rare champions throughout this gauntlet. It was definitely a fun one for sure. Multiple rewards to be picked up, and just a good chance to switch up what kind of characters you were going to be utilizing. Pardon me, because when it comes to Flash Feuds, sometimes we get so caught up with how many there are, but I looked at this one as multiple opportunities and blessings to use different groups and rotations of characters that I might not have used any other time if it was just one straightforward selection. And that's one thing that I have learned to respect and acknowledge about Flash Feuds. Because there's so many rotations of characters and so many different line bonuses, I got the chance to play around with characters on my roster that have been, on rest. They've been put to the wayside at the moment because they didn't tend to certain needs that I needed. And then here I am dusting them off, putting them out in the ring again to go up against multiple opponents, AI opponents, and here I am enjoying them once more because I get to value and appreciate what made them so beneficial to my roster long ago in a more recent setup and setting. So Flash Feuds, yes, they could have been strenuous, quite tedious, and overbearing for some, especially with getting the timing down when you have so many people that play abroad. But at the end of the day, I have fun teaming up with all my faction mates throughout the many rounds, so to speak. And I think that Flesh Feuds were actually pretty fun, especially with everything that was going around with them, because we also had the Horde of the Black contest that tied in to the Superstar Trial, and it was running alongside the Flesh Feud. So you had a lot going on. You had ZELESH Black's trial run, then you had his official debut, and with that debut, we had content to clear, and pretty much everybody's head was on a swivel. There was a lot going on all at once. Now, sometimes in WWE Champions, this is cool. Other times, not so much, because it can become highly overwhelming at times. And this was one of those cases because you're trying to balance everything out, and due to how they launch and release certain pieces and segments of content, it can become a true grind unless you got Wi-Fi that, the type of Wi-Fi that the gods of Mount Olympus are able to utilize, where you're just synced up, locked in, and ready to go every single time. Outside of that, sacrifices had to be made. You had to pick and choose your battles, or be thankful that you have mad boatloads of auto clear tickets so you can get right into the business. But you already should have known. New superstar coming. There had to be a contest that comes along beside them. Ain't no different here. Aleister Black was in full effect for this weekend. Now, following that, we got a cool treat here, because this was another cool scenario that I've never seen WWE champions do before, but I'm glad that they did it. Pretty much if you logged in 9 days straight, you had an option. You can either get, with the coins that you got 9 coins in total. You could either get 9 bags of TP, of RNG assorted colors, of any of the color TP that you need, okay? You could get 3 RNG 5-star gold tokens, or you can use all 9 to purchase a guaranteed, absolutely free 3-star bronze modern era trickster zombie John Cena. And you also got boatloads of doopity-doop TP to utilize. And look, this was a solid look for many. I went ahead and opted to get the John Cena because I got enough shards from it so that I can fuse him up to 4-star bronze fully and still have dupe TP left over to work on his moves. So that was a win for me. Some other players, maybe you went the TP route, to each his own, and maybe you decide to go and opt for the 5-star gold tokens. RNG's RNG. There might be that one person who bought all 3 of the 5-star gold tokens for 3 coins apiece, and maybe they got lucky and they got the same token back to back to back. Others, not so much, but at least hey, I got 3 tokens guaranteeing me when I move forward into the 5-star meta. At least I got some options to pick. At least I got some classes to choose from, but you never know. But this was definitely a good little twist here. This was definitely a solid look for sure, because a lot of people need a solid champion. And let's say you just started playing the game. You log in 9 days straight, you are guaranteed a top tier trickster unit in John Cena, who's proven to be good not only at 3-star, but 4-star and even 5-star. So that is an investment well made just by logging in every single day and getting that coin. Now, I also came across some people who said that they did get gypped out of their coins, and I hope that that is resolved, and I hope that they're able to get their scenario fixed properly. But nonetheless, the chance was here to walk away with 3 solid options, whether it was TP, 5-star gold tokens, or a guaranteed rare champion that many were hunting for. Many spent mad dollars to get, and now you're getting him offered for free. You take those W's and you run with them for certain. Now, following that, we had the Zombie Awakening contest going on, and with that, we had blitzes, we had tours for all the zombies that were offered up this MLC, and pretty much it was a pay-to-win situation, but kudos to those who were able to apply and capitalize with this scenario, and you also had a chance of getting some partridges. You were able to pick up some candies. There was a lot going on here, but it tied into another contest that I'll touch down on shortly. But this was definitely a solid one for those who got blessed by the RNG and the scope guides and were able to move on forward, clear what they could using Zombie Reigns or Zombie Brian, Zombie Black. Just utilize what you got and come out on top. That's what it was all about here, and we should be accustomed to that, because you're always going to have your MLC limited time tours, but then as we near the conclusion of an MLC, that's when we run into the content that's behind the paywall, because you had to invest here. You had to get real mad lucky with the content from the other past contests to get the superstars required so that you can benefit and reap the rewards here from you investing earlier on in the month long. So that's just what came with that territory. We also got information on updates to the faction, a brand new overhaul, a new faction shop, a new type of currency, solo and faction group quests, a new star system going on here. This is definitely going to be cool to see when it properly unfolds. We got our last lockbox, our official faction lockbox. That is going to be on November 7th. So cherish that, because once this lockbox is gone, it's over. It's over. A new era will begin within the factions, but this was definitely cool. There's still a third part to be released. We will soon see what goes on there, but right now, factions are getting a true overhaul when it comes to the hub. It's going to be easier to sort out and get the different parts. You still won't be able to access the contest tab and hub, but you'll be able to access everything else that relates to factions. So that's definitely going to be cool, and I look forward to seeing these updates properly be initiated into the game. We had a new league tier 17, I recall. So we got a new chance here. You're going to have a chance at a 5-star gold token guaranteed, a 4-star silver poster of Attitude Era Showboat Rikishi Too Cool, the yellow MP coach. We got the daily bag that also got the overhaul with yellow MP trainer Akam within it. Arthur's a pain. Who knows if Razor is next? But now this is definitely going to be a solid look for a lot of people here who've already, reach the zenith, so to speak. They have 10 plus 5-star bronze champions. They got their moves maxed out. They've been clearing their gauntlet blitzes, their feuds, their limited time tours. You're basically getting rewarded to do the things that you're supposed to do anyway. And you can easily speed that up if you have, auto clear tickets. You can easily spam the same match and knock one thing out like that. Blitzes and feuds, those are always going to be something that come and go. So you're going to always have an opportunity there. But lo and behold, we're no longer at tier 16. It was around for a little bit. Now they've moved up another tier, and it's going to tier 17 until 18 shows up. So do what you can, get those rewards, get in and get out. But most importantly, have a good time while doing it. Then we had the Return to the Grave. Pretty much this tied into Zombie Awakening, another slew of tours. This one was a little bit different when it pertains to the requirements. Some of them needed different zombies from different years. So you had your 2020 zombies, your 2019 zombies, your 2018 zombies. So you had to utilize different champions for different blocks of the tour. But inevitably, the resources were there. The opportunity was there to get points, to do what you had to, because everything tied in together. You had a faction and a solo contest, solid rewards from both of them. But ultimately, it just came down to if you were able to do what you had to. If you were blessed by the RNG and the scope guides, and you got certain superstars from this current year and past years superstars of zombies, then you were good to go. If not, you had to make do with what you had a showdown tournament as well. Just do what you could and spread the wealth, because again, teamwork makes the dream work. And I enjoy those type of contests where everyone basically bands together and gets the job done. Hey, you do 25 of these Z Charlotte matches, I'll do 25, someone else does another 25. Oh, look, we knocked out all of her matches. All right, let's move on and start taking care of Zombie Jeffs and Zombie Rocks and Zombie Zalister. Let's just get everything knocked out, and that way we can enjoy the rest of our weekend. No one has to be trying to cut it close or anything, because we were all on the same accord. It's hard to find that nowadays, but when you got people that are literally on the same page, on the same agenda, it works out, and it's a blessing to everybody for certain. Now, we also got another update. One of the updates that I forgot before I head out of here is that we are moving up from tier 80 to tier 200. So I'm looking forward to seeing how things go. I hope and pray we do see more expeditions for the expeditions of gold that have our coins and our health packs. Hoping to see more expeditions that give us the opportunity to pick up more faction tokens so we can heal our faction mates. And you know what? Bring on some more solid strap expeditions, and maybe throw in some metal parts there too. whatever helps everybody overall when it comes to growth and progression within a 5-star meta. I'm hoping that everything starts to improve. We need to move from 3-star resources and get to the place where everyone is able to acquire and accumulate 5-star resources within a 5-star meta. It's time to play catch up. This faction updates are definitely going to help us out. We're going to have the new store, and there's even gear that's going to help out a champion that many of us have had. She used to be one of the original, big bads of the top tier for waifus, and that's none other than, Modern Era. I believe she's Modern Era. She should be Modern Era. If not Modern Era or PG, Showboat Charlotte Flair, because there's literally 3 new gears that we're going to be able to get via the store that are going to help benefit her a lot, from the amount her gems damages to the boosting the strength of her multiplied gems. It's just going to be an overall solid look for her. I believe another one helps out with the MP charge. So she has 3 different gears, and like those of you who may not know, when you have multiple gears, you can actually stack all of their abilities, and that just makes it more OP. So just think about that. Plus MP, plus increase to your multiplied gem strength, plus a boost of percentage damage for your yellow gems. This girl's gonna be broken, and we need more gear like this for future characters that come into the game, and I am looking forward to seeing this overhaul. We still got one part of this update that is missing, but the faction overhaul is sounding pretty cool, and I can't wait to see how they improve these expeditions, and I look forward to checking out the new currency and what can be bought with that said currency. Now, following this, we have the Thanks and Tanks. That is November 2020's month-long contest, and I'm excited about this for a few reasons. They're bringing back the opportunity. You're going to have the free-to-play MLC unit in Road Dogg. We're getting a chance this time around within Milestones to pick up Trish Stratus at 3-star bronze. I missed that. We used to do that with previous kickoff TUP events and other MLCs in the past, but then they took it away. I'm actually excited to see this play out. I think the last time we had a scenario like this where you could pick up the champion and get the shards to fuse them up higher, I think the last time we had that was Hall of Fame Booker. If I recall correctly, that was the last time that we had a scenario like that where you had your free-to-play unit and then you had the other unit that you could go after and pursue and get them that way, and it would be easier. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy to pick her up, but supposedly in November and December, things are going to be turning around for the better, so let's hope for that, because aside from this, we also got this login calendar that is going to be dope. Pretty much you're guaranteed, if you log in, right, you're guaranteed a 2-star card of both Rey Mysterio, okay? Modern Era Acrobat, Rey Mysterio, the Master of the 619, and Ruthless Aggression Striker, Brock Lesnar, the next big thing. You're guaranteed both of these cards. You log in every day, you're going to get TP, you're going to get a chance at shards for Rey Mysterio, and I believe you can unlock Rey. If I recall correctly, I think if you get enough shards of him, you can recruit him at either 4-star bronze or 4-star silver. I think it's 4-star bronze. But depending on your situation, you can log in every single day and fuse him up higher than 2-star. Fuse him up, have him at a higher star rarity, and I think you're going to have a chance to pick up Brock either at 2-star, that's the lowest, or a tad bit higher once you get to his bag. But it gets even better because we get these regalia chests, and within this chest are a couple of solid units. Now, knowing me, I'm going to accept my fate because I know how it goes with this RNG. You got a chance at picking up NWO DiBiase out of this chest. You got a chance of picking up Ember Moon, the Sheenom out of this chest. You got a chance of picking up Farouk, APA, damn, out of this chest. You even got a chance to pick up Immortal Hulk Hogan out of this chest, even Ken Shamrock and X-Pac too. So I already know how my luck is, and more than likely, I'm not going to get nobody new out of it, but I am blessing all of you so that y'all can succeed with yours. And pretty much, no lie, when it comes to the October 2020 Zombie Apocalypse MLC, it was a hit and a miss. A lot of things with how they went about the candy scenario near the end wasn't to my liking. Basically, forcing certain people, if they were that committed to it, to the cause, to spend their disposable income to get the different variants of the candies so that they can make purchases. I did like the idea of getting a free Zombie Cena or 5-star gold tokens. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed taking a peek at the login that we're getting for November. The superstars that came out of this MLC, all of them are solid. There's no way around it. All of them have useful trainer abilities or coaching abilities, but they're also some hard-hitting units. Zombie reigns hands down in my mind. Even though he was the greatest showboat that never was, he's still hands down one of the best showboats in the game, point blank period. Zaska, a solid new addition, another hardcore striker for the waifu side of things. ZELESH Black, amazing utility unit, hands down, from tag teams to solo action, and everyone got to try it out, so everyone got to be a whale for the day, and it helped out a lot of people. A lot of people were able to walk away with more coins than they started with because of the superstar trial. You were able to clear more content than you were expecting because you pretty much got to use them everywhere after you were done, and pretty much everybody walked away a winner with that superstar trial. I really don't know how else to put it. Zombie Brian, decent champion, unique builds that can be utilized there, killer coaching ability for sure, and I don't know what else I could say about this. When it comes to the Halloween MLC, normally WWE Champions knocks it out of the park. There's no way around it. Normally around this time, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's when they try to turn things upside down and you switch the concept and perspective of how we, the community, look at them, because they can go real deep to prove that they can be a top-notch mobile game. And if it's only for a moment, just take the moment and run with it. But nonetheless, I really don't have that much to say about this MLC. I mean, it happened. That's pretty much it. It was easier to get Zombie H for a lot of people. A lot of things happened. A lot of things didn't happen. Am I a fan of Champions still? Yeah. Do I think things could have been done better? Of course. But at the end of the day, was it overkill? Yeah, near the back end of things, we started getting overwhelmed with boatloads of content. But at the end of the day, it was still content nonetheless. It wasn't a consistent drought. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What were your thoughts? Thanks and Tanks is about to start in a couple hours, so we got to start preparing for that. Luckily, when it comes to the Tup contest and event, the scoring seems the same as this past MLC's Tup contest, so that's also something that's in our favor. Nonetheless, looking forward to seeing everybody that comes out. Who was your favorite zombie that was released this MLC? What would you have liked to have seen applied in this MLC? What did you despise seeing implemented in this MLC? And what are your thoughts about what's to come pertaining to November 2020's Thanks and Tanks month-long contest? We know that Road Dogg DX Army's coming, Trish is coming, and if that's right, it seems that the other champions that'll be released through this are going to play a role. So we might be seeing some new versions of Randy Orton and Lacey Evans. We might see a brand new Chyna, a brand new Shawn Michaels. Everything's up in the air right now, but Zombie Apocalypse is about to depart us for good. So with that being said, after this MLC, well, who knows what's in store for October 2021. Original zombies are now a thing within Champions, so who knows how they'll get creative with it. But I'm here with you throughout it, Lord willing, because every day above ground is another blessing and another opportunity. So with that being said, y'all, bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love always to each and every single one of you, my beloved hashtag Champions fam. Let's talk about it. What was your favorite part of Zombie Apocalypse October 2020, y'all? And are y'all ready for the festivities to come in turkey season, November? Season of giving, y'all. Christmas right around the corner. Who knows what WWE Champions has in store? But Mad love always to each and every single one of you. And until next time, stay tuned. Peace.